It's been a crazy week, with events eclipsing the fact that Statistics Canada announced this week prices went up on average 5.1% year over year, which is the fastest pace of inflation since 1991. People are legit scared that they're losing ground in terms of purchasing power, and also that the pace of inflation continues to rise, though the pace of wage growth doesn't. And that's the relationship to be paying attention to see how entrenched inflationary pressures get and how entrenched narrative pressures get. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes when prices go up, wage demands go up too. Sometimes when wage growth happens too fast, prices go up. You can't count on these relationships. The pass-throughs are very, very different from one sector to the other. But what we're looking for is how widespread is wage growth and how much of a contribution is it to inflationary pressures? Thus far, not at all, essentially, because housing, gas, and retail food prices have got a very low labor component in them. So it's not wage growth that's driving those prices right now, but it could be in the future. And you've got to watch out for how widespread wage growth is and what the story is about whether that's good or bad for you. Because you know that there are going to be voices out there, and they are already cautioning us to not have too fast wage growth, or that wage demands could trigger more inflation. And that's nothing but trying to get a modulation in the demand for more equitable recovery and more inclusive growth, particularly for those who are the lowest paid. I'm going to be monitoring over the next few months how wage growth is happening, for whom, in what pockets, and how widespread it is. Because if you're worried about inflation, you've got to know whether labor is driving it or not, and whether this is in fact a temporary or more permanent trend because of population aging. But I want to marry the power of knowledge to the knowledge of power so that we can get the best possible future for workers.